Happisburgh is a small coastal village famous for its lighthouse, being the only independently operated lighthouse in the United Kingdom. During the Second World War, Happisburgh also played an important part in winning the Battle of Britain. Two important sites remain as a reminder of the coastal defences once put in place here to help defend against the enemy. The radar installations at the site of former RAF Happisburgh weren't the only defence measures put in place here. Located on the cliff top, not too far from the radar station, was an emergency coastal gun battery. The battery was hastily built during 1940 to replace a previous gun battery under threat from the unstable eroding cliffs of Happisburgh village. These two heavily built gun houses, reinforced by steel girders, once contained ex-naval 4.7-inch guns which were bolted in place. Cleverly camouflaged and disguised as haystacks, the gun houses contained a network of underground chambers, some of which remain open today. So with our unnamed team of urban explorers, we take a look at what remains of the underground chambers as well as reporting on the site in its current condition. The team are joined by local historian Jim Whiteside from the Happisburgh Heritage Group, who leads the team down the surviving stairway to the underground magazine.
Access is restricted by the large concrete-filled barrels which block the stairway, as well as the obstacles which have been dumped down here in recent years. The stairway leads to a corridor with a small antechamber located on one side. An electrical switchbox remains in the corridor. At the end of the corridor was the underground magazine, with a reinforced concrete ceiling.
Roof here, I mean, it's only sort of like 6 inches thick, and then the top side of that is just level with the ground, so we're not far underground.
At the far end of the room was a small access hatch, which has been blocked up.
You can just see some daylight out there, which has been blocked with rubble. I can show you where where that is up on the top.
Externally, both gun houses are in reasonably good condition, although both have been plastered with graffiti. In the western gun house, access to the underground magazine is restricted by a small hole, and the roof to the former stairway has been removed. However, the remains of the escape hatch are still visible and have been covered up.
As well as the underground magazines, there were also said to be underground passageways linking the two gun houses to the crew quarters and the former main entrance stairway, which has been filled in. The team searched the surrounding undergrowth for clues. Several more interesting items remain around the site, such as a number of overturned concrete pedestals for supporting spigot mortar guns. However, one member of the team comes across a much more exciting find. Located under an old tree stump is a hole in the ground. The team decide to investigate and descend into yet unexplored territory.
A long tunnel with a small room on one side leads down past a blocked escape hatch and into the crew quarters. Pipework appears to be the framework for the crew's bunk beds. At the other end of the room, another tunnel leads towards the other gun house, where the access is now covered over, and our vehicles are currently parked.
That's obviously coming up. Yeah, because cars are on top of us, aren't they? So you've been parking over the top of this?
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Wow.
Another tunnel leading south of the crew quarters leads to the NCO quarters. At the end of the tunnel is the now blocked main entrance.
The team return above ground, solving the mystery of the underground chambers of the Happisburgh Emergency Coastal Gun Battery. Today, the site of the gun battery is shared with the Happisburgh Coast Watch Lookout. However, the rate of coastal erosion in Happisburgh gives a rather uncertain future to this unique wartime relic. Just half a mile south, close to the site of the original gun battery, the rapidly eroding coastline has already claimed several properties, as well as the old slipway. This pillbox, although upside down, remains intact after falling from the eroding cliffs several years ago.